So, welcome back to the Reach podcast. We are joined this week with Belgium skiing royalty, Armand Marchant.
Hello, everyone.
Good to have you here. And after recent events, I think everyone's seeing you everywhere. So it's cool to get you here, have a chat about performance, about your journey to where you are now, and have a bit of a conversation.
Yeah, sure. No, it's a pleasure to be here because I saw Jet and AJ, and it was pretty cool one. So I'm happy to be the third one.
We're trying to take on the big dogs, Fizz and Michaela Schifrin.
Okay.
You know?
I don't have the contact, so I cannot help you.
No, as in we're trying to be better than their
Okay,
podcast.
but it's good now for sure. But no, for sure. Yeah, lately have been quite good for me. It's we're in Uruguay right now, so the place where
the magic happens.
Yeah, the magic happened when the Belgium history have been making. So
yeah, I think, obviously we're going to talk about that quite a bit. But should we start? Laurie, where did you first meet Armand? Because for me, it obviously we go quite a way back. But I can remember really vividly World Junior Champs in Jasna.
I think was my first one. Yeah. You were there, Laura?
No. My first World Juniors was Ore. So I remember before we met, I remember hearing of you when you qualified in Levy, a long time ago.
My first World Cup was in Val d'Isère.
Was it in Val d'Isère?
Yeah.
I don't know why I had in my head it was Levy.
Nah, I was skiing really good in Levy,
Yeah.
and then I didn't make the flip. But in Val d'Isère, it's where I scored my first World Cup points. I was quite young because I had only 18, and that year only me and Marco Darmat scored World Cup points. The guy from '97, born in '97, and then after that I had a big knee injury. But I think I will come. I will talk a bit more about that a bit later. But So my first World Cup point was in Val d'Isère.
So that's where I remember you coming into my head, but I don't actually remember when we first met. I think it would have been just on a tour, probably World Cup tour, I would think.
Yeah.
That point.
What year was Jasna World Junior Champs?
Wow.
2017.
No. Now 15 or 14 because I scored in first World Cup point in 16, and I think it was in 15. So
2015. So
that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So 2015. Obviously, smaller ski nations, we were starting speed, and I can remember we were probably in the last 5 to start the race, just looking at each other let's go, give it our best.
Yeah, it was so awkward. I remember we were there because we are just small nation, and between all the big guy, I was like, okay, let's see what we can do. And then you start last, you finish last, and then second round you again last, and you just ended up coming back to the house with so many seconds in your back. So it's just but it was for sure is a good experience also. I think when you are a small nation, to be able to do those even that young, you don't for sure you don't get to qualify or anything. You just have the almost automatically the spot, which is good for experience. But another way also is not that good because you don't really fight for the spot. But it was for sure a good experience, and I still have some good memories from Jasna.
Yeah, and you had a different setup back then. You were with Rafi Bertin and Thomas Frey.
Yeah.
So that was those guys played, especially Rafi. They played quite a big part in your career. From really young to not that long ago.
Yeah, I think I will come a bit explaining my story because this it will be. So my dad is a farmer. My mom, she used to be a vet, and then during the weekend to really split from work, they brought me and my sister to the mountain where we were in a camper. So every weekend we were going to first to Les Vosges, and then after went in Les Alpes, Swiss, Austria, and all this stuff. And then we met someone who said, there is a ski club in Belgium, the ski club of Malmedy. So me and my sister, we went to this ski club. We started to do some Belgium races. For sure, they were happening in France or Italy or Austria. And then they create a federation where they pick up all the best ski racer from the different ski club, and then we ended up there with my sister. But I did like I was around like 10 years old, and from my 10 to 12 I was in the federation, and then on 10 athletes he decided to stop with the federation, and then we were searching for a coach, and that's why when I met Raf, because he just quit skiing, and but he still had the wants to perform, like he just quit. He did like 10 years in World Cup. He was doing more giant slalom, did one time the Olympic for France, and he just saw a group of Belgium guys who were in love of skiing, like we were skiing all day, and Rafi was also pushing. I think Billy know a bit
Yeah.
the guy, so he's someone quite special. And then he just asked the different parent, okay, do you want your kids to be maybe good at skiing? And my parents said, why not? And then they said, okay, so now we're gonna ski 40 days during the summer, and then the 4 months of winter they're gonna spend it in France, and we're gonna do all the things you need to do to reach the top.
How old were you at this point?
I was 12.
That's when you were 12?
Yeah,
Already back then you were working with him?
Yeah, I met Rafa when I was 12.
Right.
So yeah, really, really young. And then I did all the French circuit. I think
That's where, I mean, I was with Orsatus again, being smaller nations, you find whatever setup works, and you can have access to training and going to races. So I was Orsatus. Laurie, you were BSA.
Yeah, but we were kind of all going to the same races.
Yeah, so
France.
we're all in France pretty much.
So we could probably look back at a few results.
Yeah, I think if we search, I think maybe we can find a race.
I was in the letters all the way at the bottom, the DNF.
So Raf when you were 12, and then I guess things just kicked off from there, did they?
Yeah. We were like, because like a bit like you, I used to ski at that time, but not that much compared to the French people or the guy who living in the mountains. So Raf said, okay, we're gonna ski almost every single day when you are in winter time. And I skied really a lot with him, like a lot. And then I did all the French races, the regional races, and then the national championships in France. And it went pretty good for me. And then at that point,
what was your in the first few years, what was your level in those French races like?
I was quite good. U14, U16. I was French champion in slalom.
Really?
Yeah, I almost won the Topolino
Ooh.
in giant slalom. And U14, U16 was quite good for me. Directly was also I felt I had a really good and super professional program really early on.
Yeah,
because Raf was carry everything, like the food, the physical aspect, like he was doing my skis.
Yeah, from the age of 12, that's a lot of
Years.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
Very early.
Yeah, and you're banking quite a few years early on,
Yeah.
and especially those kind of teen years can be quite difficult. You're growing, lots of things changing. It's like, that sounds amazing at that time.
I wasn't a big guy. Like I was quite small compared because I was racing with Clément, which at that time he was already quite a tall guy compared to me or to the other. And then in the time he was also already quite fast. But I had really a super professional program early on, because it was super focused on the physical aspect. He was giving us physical training on the food also, and I never did my skis. Literally, since I met Raf, he was doing all the time my skis. So I think I had the best skis, best preparation I can ask when already in U14, U16. So for sure, it helped a lot at that age, because on some races it can be icy, and
it makes a difference if you have grip or not.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And then I had great skis, and because he just came back from he just stopped his career of World Cup, and he just wanted to bring all his experience he had.
He had that hunger still to express.
Yeah, and also I think we show him we were really willing to work, and we were. I mean, for me, it was like my dad. He was someone I was looking up so much. Like if Rafi said, okay, you have to do this, right away I was going and I was doing it. If Rafi said, okay, you have to jump 10 times next to your bed every day when you wake up, I will do 10 jumps next to my bed. And literally I was just listening everything what Rafi was.
God.
Yeah, literally. No, really. Like even my parents, they made like a small picture, like a small sanctuary for him at home,
Oh
because
wow,
yeah, because Rafi
candles.
said,
Shrine.
yeah, because Rafi was like, you such you are so messy in your room, so you should clean your room. And when I came back, boom, I cleaned my room so well. And my parent was like, what's going on? Like used to be so messy. He said, yeah, Raf said like, I need to be a bit more clean. And so I was like, oh God, please, thank you. Thanks, Raf. Thanks, Raf.
He's going to bed. He's praying to
Yeah.
Rafi. Sorry, Rafi,
Yeah,
I've sinned.
it was like my Buddha could.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah. With Raf, I learned a lot, and yeah, as well, yeah. It was, yeah. I learned even more on the side of skiing than really on the skis. Yeah, it teach me really, really a lot. And then yeah, so we started in Fizz. So my first Fizz year, like I think everyone was so tough.
It was really tough.
Yeah.
But like you're saying, I can remember our first year Fizz. Like I was so small. I was tiny, and obviously they've now moved the first year Fizz up a year, so they're slightly more developed. But I was this little scrawny guy doing my own skis that were way too sharp. I was just using the machine, no idea what I was doing, and you just got
Yeah,
on with it.
Those were the days. Yeah,
Uh,
because we had 2 years in first year Fizz.
Yeah.
Because before you came into Fizz.
Yeah, we came 1 year.
Um,
We had 2 years in U16. Yeah, I did 2
Yeah.
years in U16. Yeah.
No, I had no idea what I was doing with my skis. I thought I did. I thought I was good.
Yeah, we were talking about that today, weren't we? How,
Yeah.
like, you just did what you thought was right, but it turns out it was.
Yeah, you look back at some of the things, like, yeah, probably could have done a bit better than that.
But I remember we were in I remember that similar feeling of the first time I was training in the summer. I was like, wow, this is what everyone else has been doing. And I'm like, no wonder they're beating me. And
Yeah.
so once you get some training, it started because I was going to the club in Balsanidra in the winter, just doing winters. And then, yeah, once you start linking the year you're skiing through the summer, it makes such a difference. And a few years later, with Osatis, we went to Chile. And I remember you were there with Rafi, and early mornings, you were getting this little like choo-choo train. Kind of, it was like the taxi up. And Rafi, like, I don't know, 5, 6 in the morning, he's like shouting, screaming at people. It was so funny.
Yeah, Raf is the craziest guy. You can imagine, like in all the way, good way, bad way also. But yeah, no, he's. But yeah, me had no clue how to do my skis. Like I was like I said, a pro really early on. So that really helped me a lot during my. That's why maybe I was good also really early, because I had always the same setup, always the same a bit rhythm and the experience.
Did you always see yourself as Belgian, or like, being one of the only Belgian ski racers? Because there's not that many. Obviously, there's Sam, and there was Dries, a couple of guys. But did you always see yourself as really a Belgian ski racer, or a bit more French?
No, definitely more like a Belgium. Yeah.
Yeah.
I for sure I did all the races in France, and actually we're not that happy because I was racing under a French ski club, but everyone knew that I was from Belgium, and sometimes they were not super happy when a Belgian guy became French champion in slalom. So it was a bit awkward, but no, I always had feeling that I was really from Belgium. Yeah.
Nice.
And so you said, we're coming into Fizz, first year's tough, but already when you were 18, did you say you qualified in Val d'Isère? Where was like the breakthrough there? Because obviously you go from those tough first couple of years, 16, 17, like where did you really feel it kind of rocketed up?
Did you do many? I know you did some Continental Cups. Did you do many Europe Cups?
No, actually, like, because at the beginning I did really good in U16, and I was like, okay, because everyone was like talking about Henrik and all those guys, when they did really good in U16, and then they arrive in Fizz and they just destroy Fizz, and then they were super fast, super young, and I was like, okay, I'm really on the same way, I was really, really good in U16, I was okay. I'm gonna arrive in Fizz and I'm gonna destroy it. And then bam, I was like, okay, dream, dream is not coming true. I'm just a piece of crap like everyone. And then yeah, it was so tough. I think I would prefer to stop skiing than going back to my first Fizz year. It was like crazy tough. And then first Fizz year was not good. And then yeah, we went to Chile, and then I started to score my first Fizz point, and then and then after in Europe was a bit more easy, and then the next year we went again to Chile, and then I scored really good Fizz point, and and at the time it was like 6 was the penalty of continental
15,
Jam, and I scored 7 points in slalom, so it was like really good, and then we arrived to. I did some Europa Cup and stuff like this, but I was so bad in Europa Cup. I don't know, never scored any points or anything.
But you still raced Europa Cup, right? Like, okay, you didn't score points and you maybe didn't do well, but you went through that step.
Yeah, not that. I mean, I barely did Europa Cup. Like, I think if we watch on my Fizz biography, I don't have many Europa Cup start, because at the end, Rafi was like, okay, in Europa Cup, you will start really far behind. The slope is gonna be fucked up, and the preparation of the slope is not as good as World Cup. So I think you have even more chance to score World Cup points than Europa Cup points. And I was like, okay, makes sense. And anyway, I preferred to be in at the World Cup with all the guys I was looking for when I was younger. And actually, I did my first World Cup in Alta Badia. It was like second Fizz year, something like this.
Wow.
Yeah. I was actually.
But you already had 7 points.
No, that year I was not yet. I was good points, but not good. I had maybe 20 old points, so it was not crazy good, but it was in GS. So yeah, my first World Cup was in GS.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then actually at that time the Belgian Federation had no race suits approved for World Cup. Like, you need the Fizz approved, So I raced with a French race, French
undercover.
French race suit. So I was crazy. And then I remember I remember because it was the first World Cup event of Zubo in GS. And I remember I was at the start, I was like shaking like crazy. And then Alta Badia is quite intense, and I arrived like middle of the big steep, and I was like burned, like completely, like everything.
Legs gone.
Yeah. Everything turned off. I just slide. I did an inside. I was like, oh god, I never been that happy to do an inside.
Yeah, thank God it's over.
And then because Zubo started few bips in front of me, and the slope was so rough, and he did a unbelievable race. I was like, wow, this dude is really good, because I remember like. I couldn't see the slope. I was just shaking all the way down, and I just like hope, okay, please.
It's when you get the helmet bounce. It's never good.
Yeah, and then that was my first World Cup race, and then I did Val d'Isère, and then I think I did Zagreb or Madonna. So already early on, my Rafi wanted to me to do some World Cup races to get the experience of the World Cup, and then at least to see if I was far of the guy or not. And then it's the year after. We went to Chile, score good points, and then we arrived to Levi. I didn't score in Levi, but after we did the Europa Cup, I finished 28, so it was my first Europa Cup points. But not even in the flip, I was like 30 for the first. And then I ended up 28, and then next races was the slalom of Val d'Isère. So I did the GS and the slalom. And it was my first World Cup points, and it was kind of a big surprise, because I had bip 65 at the start.
Yeah, I remember you just, kind of like you just sent it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like Rafi. I remember I was at the start. Rafi was okay. It's super tight. Like, if you ski like a bit slow, like not 110%, for sure you're not gonna be in. Because Loic Meyer, is like at 2 seconds something, and he's a bit far. He's not even in the split, in the flip, I remember. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna really send it, and then like Val d'Isère, sometimes you don't even know what's going on. Okay, I crossed the finish line, and I saw like 2 seconds 20. I was like, oh, fuck, like I'm just 2/10 of the big money, and then I saw my place. I was like 22, 23. I was like, wow, that's big emotion at that moment, and then going back to the start for a second run, and I had like really two questions in my mind, like, should I like just like go safe and score the first World Cup point for Belgium, or should I send it and at least have a chance to do maybe a better result? And I was like, okay, like I'm just 18, so I have the level already to score World Cup points. So anyway, like if I don't score it now, I will score it later. So just send it, and then let's see what can happen. I finished 18 of the in the World Cup of Aldizer. So yeah, it was like yeah, for sure one of out of the best moment of my career.
Yeah, that's cool. And I can remember I was watching Eurosport in France, and I can remember them talking about you and obviously with Rafi and Thomas, and yeah, they were getting crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I had the funniest team. Like for sure, Rafi is like crazy. Thomas is even more crazy. And I don't know, like I was just laughing from yeah all the day. It was like yeah, for sure those guys, they are quite special in all the ways. Like when we're training, sometimes they tell you some stuff, you know, like you just go with the flow. But at the end, I think at that age you just need to enjoy the process. And but he was also really serious. Like Rafi was also really tough on me, you know, when the thing was not going really well. Yeah, for sure he was also really really tough also when I was really young. So yeah, it forced me for
Gave you some resilience,
yeah
like coming through the career.
yeah for sure.
And so from that point, I know obviously you had your injury. Was that was that same year?
Yeah, literally 1 month after.
And
So
was it Adelboden?
yeah. So yeah, crazy the peak of my career, like crazy. And then yeah, we went to Adelboden. I was doing at the time GS and slalom, and then the GS, yeah, it was. I remember that it was kind of foggy, flat light, a bit soft, and Rafi told me on the talkie-walkie, like, okay, before the last steep, it's quite bumpy, so you really need to be on the outside. And then arrived like literally before the last steep, and I was really a lot on my outside, and then I just hit the hole, and I felt like my knee just blew off of just blew like crazy. Like I just felt like a big boom in my knee. I just slide down, and then we arrived to the hospital close to Adelboden. And my mom used to be a vet, so she know how to read a radio, you know.
Yeah, a scan. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she saw my knee. It was like, wow, that's really bad. That's really bad because I completely broke my plateau shin, but like in many pieces, you know. It's just not a.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean fracture. It was like a.
There was a mess.
Yeah. Like many pieces. All my ligament away, all my meniscus away, also.
And that was just from you putting the pressure on the outside ski. It wasn't like the impact crash.
Yeah, it's both. Yeah. The surgeon said it's like if you have a car crash, you know, and your femur is just like destroying your plateau shin, you know,
right.
in many pieces. So
God.
yeah, it was like brutal, and I was like, fuck, like I was just on the road of doing really good, and now almost I'm done with skiing. So, and also quite young, like I just turned 19 at that moment. So because I'm born in December. And then yeah, that was really really tough. And then went back to Belgium and tried to find a surgeon. That was a big question, because when you are from a big nation, if you have an injury, there is always like
you have the team doctor, the support crew to basically, if it's for your knee, they have the best person in that country.
Yeah, they know exactly what procedures needed, and they can guide you through the whole process.
Yeah, and I was in the car to go back to Belgium, and my dad was on the phone, my mom on the phone. Okay, we're gonna go there. No, we're gonna go there. No, we're gonna go there. So like we're just trying to find the best surgeon for my knee, and at the end, we find one in Antwerpen, in Anvers, and actually there were three surgeons on during the big operation for my knee, three orthopedists. And then just trying to put all the pieces together, and then it took like quite a bit of time to rebuild my knee that night. And then from there it was I didn't know what to expect
what was the feedback from the doctors? Like, what did they give you an idea of?
No,
they
because
didn't really know.
It's like they never really have seen such a big fracture before, like especially in the knee. So they were like, okay, if it's gonna be able to run, we don't know. If he's gonna be able to work normally, we don't know. If he's gonna be able to ski, we don't know. So
Must have been pretty scary.
yeah, we
at that
just
point.
he just said, okay, go step by step, and then you will see what you can do. And so I went to France to a rehab center. I spent like 6 weeks there, and then yeah, it was a really long process because I couldn't ski for 2 years. I had 7 other operation on my left knee, and then yeah, I could ski like end of the second year, and then after that, yeah, I rest again. First race after injury was in yeah, end of 19 in New Zealand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So during the summer 2019,
Yeah, during summer 2019. Yeah.
and that whole time, Rafi stuck with you, and
Yeah. He was like, okay, like let's see what's going on, and yeah, it was just like, okay, so one surgery, all the rehab, and then okay, I feel like it's getting better and better and better, and then we try a step further, and then okay, no, my knee is not going really well, so we go back to see the surgeon. Surgeon said, okay, I think we can do something, and then another operation, another rehab, and then okay, we passed the last step, so now it's already a good step, and then okay, no, it's not good enough, so always like this, doing like 7 times in a row. So it was pretty tough, but I had really the best, like a really good surgeon, because he really had the faith for my comeback. So that was a really big help, and also Rafi was really into my physio Thibaut, who is with me now also.
yeah, and that I mean, when we were talking with AJ, obviously he's had quite a lot of knee injuries and surgeries, and we were just talking about, you know, us as well through injuries. Sometimes it's just pot luck, you know, the right people you find, and it can change your career, because, you know, this surgeon, obviously pretty amazing guy, 7 surgeries later, he's managed to get you back to skiing, and maybe you wouldn't be skiing if you didn't have that surgeon.
Onto a World Cup podium.
Yeah, no, sure, but for sure, no, if it's I was really lucky to find him, because yeah, it's without him that will not be possible. Is for him, yeah, now he's not a really good friend, but you know, like he's a Professor Verdonk, you know, but I'm just calling him Peter, like it was like my friend, you know.
Pete. Pete.
Pete. And yeah, we text each other not like if I was like
Texting memes.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, he's super nice, and if I need something, he's answering like super fast, and yeah, he have been really helpful during the process.
That's cool. And I guess, I mean, so all of these steps, you know, all these people along the way, obviously the top of it is your result recently, but from your comeback to skiing, you've then obviously scored more World Cup points over the years. It's not been straightforward. Like,
it's not been a linear path from that point. It wasn't suddenly, boom, we're back, we're in business.
I mean, it was quite fast actually, because like, so I came back, like first race was in New Zealand,
yeah,
and then I scored really quickly, really good fist point, and then after that I was able to start in Levy, and then I scored again World Cup points in Levy. So
that's a dream.
Yeah, that was like so fast.
You're
like,
making us look like idiots.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I working so hard?
No, but at the end, like I had really in mind this. Okay, I want to come back in the best level, you know, and it was really like, I don't know, a fire burning inside of me, and I was like so focused on. I think I've never been that focused in my whole life during that time. So I was like, okay, I want to come back. And at the end, okay, yeah, it was really fast, because yeah, good fist point. Arrived to Levy, boom, World Cup points, and then Val d'Isère again, World Cup points, and then we arrived to Zagreb, which I finished 5th of the race.
I remember that race
with a bib 40, and it was like I won. I a bit like you in Levy, I destroyed the second run, and it brought me to the 5th place. So yeah, that was like, yeah, it went really fast, maybe a bit too fast, because for me it was I set this goal, I want to come back to the top, and yeah, when you win a run in World Cup, is like, yeah, kind of the not the top, but it's close to be to be really good. And then after that, yeah, it had a big down, because I didn't score any World Cup points for I think 12 or more than 12 races, 10 World Cup races after that. So it was like I reached my top, and then I lose a bit the motivation, and then yeah, you know, when things go through your mind, and then you just go in the negative vibes.
Spiral, yeah.
Yeah,
But I think that's what is so brutal about ski racing, and especially slalom, is like you can have these peaks and troughs, and we've all experienced it. I'll use you, Laurie, as an example. Levy, your best ever result, you come fourth. The following weekend, you don't make second run.
Yeah,
That's-
it's brutal.
and it's not, you haven't
Yeah,
changed as
yeah.
a
It's
person,
not
as
like
a skier.
suddenly I'm crap and I need to stop.
It's just like maybe one mistake too many, or didn't quite get it going, and that's what it is. It's cutthroat, isn't it?
But it is that mental battle to go from a period of a dry spell, let's say, where you're not scoring, or form's not there. It's having the mental strength to keep I guess a positive like attitude into right. I know what I'm doing. This is what I need to do to get better, and sort of make those steps.
Yeah. See, how would you? Because I would say you deal with those, let's say, difficult moments. You're very positive, even when it's not going your way.
Yeah, I try to take a step back and sort of accept what's there, and then look at the things. Okay, this is good, but also look at the points that I need to get better at, and sort of accept that I need to get better. And it's in that sort of acceptance of I need to improve these things. It gives me that sort of boost of, okay, I have a direction.
Yeah.
Because if you're kind of like in a point of like not knowing, like
Well,
haven't really sort of pinpointed what you need to do to get better, that's tough.
Well, and that's it. If you do your best skiing and you don't make the flip, then that's not a great place to be.
No. And exactly like last week in Gurgle sucked for me. But I could see exactly where I lost the time, the speed, and I'm like, okay, I know how to fix that.
Yeah.
And so then I can move on and go again.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, I get pretty down. You have a period of being annoyed and down, but then then it's like, okay, now I've got my direction again.
Yeah. Which I think, I definitely personally, I need that time to be down and be annoyed and frustrated, and I wouldn't say I isolate myself, but I definitely don't feel like talking that much and socializing that much. It's just like I have a bit of a, let's say, a cool down period of a couple days where I that's just my kind of natural response. And then it's like, you like you were saying, you have that fire inside of you where you just want to work harder and get back to training and just focus on what you can do.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So it's so tough those down, but also like it's where I think when you are that down and show how much, like if you put a lot of work when you are that down, it show how much you matter about the process. And because when you're on the high, it's so easy to work, I just did this and this. It's so easy. But yeah, in slalom especially, I feel like now the detail matters so much than from one race to the other. It's so tough. Like you need every time is like a new, like completely a new race. You could maybe switch all the equipment, all the even your mental aspect for one race to the other. And I feel like when you were looking at the result, like Luke Paco is the only one who did both pretty well, and he's the red bib, and okay, he won, and then he did 6-9 in Levy, which is like, okay, normally to get the red bib after the second race, you need almost 2 times to be on the podium, It show, I think, then between Levy and here was really different. And when you see, I think the result at the end, the result is so different. Like there is so many different guys.
People, like there was a real mix
spectrum,
of people coming here, there, from race to race.
I remember, so obviously it was a pretty tough race. It was a bit of a battle. Like I think for everyone, it wasn't a great feeling. That's just the nature of the slope. Like it was pretty icy at the top and then pretty grippy. It's rolly into pretty tough pitch, I think. So it was just tough for everyone. And you just had to fight and get the best out of it. But when I came down, I think I was 1.3. I was like 23rd. I was like, didn't feel good, but hopefully that's in. And then I saw you, and you were 1.5, and I was like, oh, you'll be fine. Like top 30, 1.5. You think is normally in there, right? And people just kept popping in. And
that's the thing. The conditions were actually a little bit rough from the start, and so then like through to the end, it didn't. Obviously it got worse and it got harder, but it wasn't quite that same change.
Yeah.
So then having that bib did a little bit less to keep you in there.
And what you had a good first run. What position were you in?
Nine
Right.
of the first one.
Yeah.
We've beat 23. So that was quite good. But same, I had shit feeling.
Didn't feel good.
No, at all. Like I was like, I crossed the finish line. I was like, okay, let's see. I had really like a bad feeling. And then I was like 8, and then one guy passed me, Edouard. He passed me. So, but so I was like, I feel in Gurgle is just like a matter to just go down, even if you don't have the good feeling, even if it's like
you've got to keep the ski.
If the ski are like bouncing
and
like crazy, and your head too, you just have to keep falling on the way down, and then I think it's the best way to be fast. To be fast in Gurgle, but for sure was like a big a tough first run. But I'm always wondering, like, because now our time is like so tight, we have so many tight races. You think the level is like increasing, or we just got everyone a bit like tight, or you think in the past the level was better or everything? Because I don't know, when you sometimes you talk to I don't know, Felix Neurotter or the guys like this, they always said during our time was like so tough, the level was like way tougher in slalom. But I feel for me right now, it's really tough. Like everyone skis so fast. If you take the start list, until BIP 60, everyone can be top 20 easy.
And I mean, there was, like, we talked about this. There was a race last year in second run. I was one of 3 who hadn't had a World Cup podium, and it's like I generally think anyone within basically the top 30 is capable of winning the race. And you see
that kind of depth it's insane.
Yeah. And in Levy, you didn't qualify? Did
No.
you? So I mean,
we just switched.
But
I'm so bad on the flat. So we tried some stuff with the skis. I was already 1 second out after the flat. So and I didn't ski good the steep. So anyway, it was like I didn't put enough effort in the run.
So how did you feel going from obviously not qualifying in Levy to 9th on the first run in Gurgle? Like going into the second run, like how did that feel? Like were you like nervous? Were you thinking send it? What's on your mind?
After Levy, I was like, okay, like anyway, you were bad on the flat. I think you need to improve that. That's for sure. And then I know then Gurgle, it's a place that I like, because I did the first year we did here. I skied really good. I started at the end of the first run, but I was like really doing a good first run. Last year I finished 11, which with ski wise I felt I was missing a bit of grip, and I could do even better. And then I was like, okay, this year you like the slope, but anyway, it's always some thought, I don't like to also sometimes to have those thoughts. I like this place, so I'm gonna do good there. You just have to, okay, just shut up, and then it's like a race like any other. And then now I was like, okay, I had some good feeling in the training in Solden before, and I was like, just really send it. It's the only way. Like I don't know, when you run in Levy, you fucking send it from top to bottom.
It's one of those moments where you're not really thinking about it. I wasn't intentionally like going. I kind of just managed to be in that zone where
you're just doing your thing.
Yeah, just doing my thing. There wasn't any. I think once I'd pushed out of the gate, there wasn't anything extra going on, and I could just go. And like for you on your run, you had that mistake sort of on the pitch there where like I was on the edge of my seat. I mean, I was in the car park watching on the screen because I was on my way out, but like I saw you like almost fall, save it, keep going, keep pushing. I thought that was pretty impressive.
No, I was, because I think for me my problem sometimes is not to send it enough. I don't know, like always like because
hold back a bit.
Yeah, I think in general, because I don't know, when I'm training with you guys, you're always like super fast. Like for me, when I'm training, everywhere we go, when I'm training with you, you're always really, really fast, And I think I never been the super training guy. I never been crazy fast in training, and I usually do better in races than in training. And because I don't know, maybe races I have a bit more pressure. I feel a bit more the things. And then I said, okay, like, you know how much it costs you to be fast, so why you don't do it, why you, because it's always the same circle, you do all the time the same mistakes. And I said, okay, just like, just put all you had, all you have, because when you won the run in Zagreb, you gave everything. Every time you did good result, you gave everything. Why you always have this little thought to just this little thing will hold you just a little bit back, but when you fight for hundreds, this little thing costs a lot at the end of the run. And so I said, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking send it, but also in the smart way, like I had the plan.
Yeah, you had a game plan.
Yeah.
And you were going to attack the game
Yeah,
plan.
yeah, really.
And especially somewhere like Gurgle, where because it's so tough. I mean, if you just send it over a roll, you're coming out.
Yeah,
Well,
I was
you
close.
almost did.
Yeah.
I was really close. I mean,
Was that the game plan?
No, not that much, because I did 2 times the same mistakes. I did the same in the first run, and it cost me a bit less. And then the second run, literally, like, I saw the gate, I was like, I'm gonna go out. I just throw my feet, and in Gurgle you have a bit this compression, so my ski could catch, and then I could continue. And I was like, oh god, like, you did a mistake. Now you're just gonna send it like crazy in the steep. And I was just like, okay, down, as straight as I could be, and bam, bam, bam. And then and then I arrived like 700 behind Paco. I was like, not mad, but like, I felt like I'm gonna miss the podium for 700,
Really?
like with these mistakes. I was like, oh, god damn it, And then I just congratulate Paco, and then I was waiting, and then back behind. I was like, oh,
And then they were quite far behind.
yeah. I was like not expecting that much, And then it was funny because Sam Mas was next to me, and then he was like, oh, I told you because he gave me some course report. He was like, yeah, I told you in the radio, like, you're gonna go for it and make Belgium history, And then he was like, yeah, you're gonna make it. and then I saw Edouard DNF, and then Tanguy a bit slowing down, and then I was on the podium, so it was like crazy. Like, I was like, yeah. But I think you always had this, you have dream about being on the podium and how you maybe see yourself on the podium. I mean, when I was dreaming, I saw myself like crying like crazy, so much emotion and everything. I was not able to cry. I was like what's going on,
Suddenly you don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah. I was like, wow. And then you have the mic coming, like, take your ski, put you back your bibs, and then now you go. And I was like trying to do the things, and then Atlee went back to 200s behind me, and I was second. So it's like.
Yeah.
Also, like a real podium, you finish second. It's not like, I mean, third is a podium still, but you third, you're the last one, the last place on the podium.
Slowest on the podium.
Yeah,
Get back.
the slowest on the podium.
But
So
second's first loser.
yeah. But yeah, no, it was for sure amazing. And then for sure, my dad was there. So a few tears.
Special.
A few tears when.
That's cool, because I always see your parents. I mean, from they were in Jasna, were they?
Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere.
Yeah, so I can always remember seeing your parents at races,
Yeah.
and that's really special to share that moment with them.
Yeah, actually, my mom wasn't there, so it's crazy because they always have been on all the races together. And the sister of my mom, she's not going that well, so she said, okay, I will stay home and take care of my sister. And then at the end, she missed the podium, so she was like, for sure super happy, but also a bit sad to not be there. But it was for sure, it was crazy with my dad. It was so happy. I mean, my dad is like such a guy also, and he don't have the accreditation to go in the thing, so he just push all the security.
I'm getting through.
He got in that finish.
That's my son.
Yeah, literally.
It's my boy.
Yeah,
my boy.
He's not speaking English, so he said like, Papa, Dad. You have a badge with writing Papa. It means Dad in French. Armand Marchant, and like showing the badge, to the security, and just like pushing everyone.
Yeah,
and
he's a big guy.
Yeah,
He's like, out the way.
And then actually one guy understood it was like my dad, and then he let him go. But it was crazy. My dad was like, I think even happier than me because I think if you go on every races, my parents will be there. Like, they always have been there, because my dad used to be a motocross racer, and for him, like, he really did a bit skiing to motocross. So for him, I'm like a motocross rider in the doing the World Cup like motocross thing, what he maybe would wanted to do when he was younger, you know. So for him, he's like so proud, and he likes to be like, for him, he's like being on the Grand Prix, you know, being on the
Yeah.
GP. So yeah, that's why he loves to be there, and yeah, he don't want to miss any races.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's
But
cool.
again, it just shows like the, you know, as we were just saying, you don't qualify in Levy, you get a podium, and that sums up like I guess your career. It's the mental resilience that we always talk about. It's like how do you deal with the setback, and when things aren't going well, what do you do to then get that result?
I mean, I always think tomorrow is another day. It's just this is Valizer is another race. So everything can happen, you know. We
Yeah, it's a
can,
new chance.
yeah, it's a new chance. But also like it's always a question. I have a question for both of you. Like you are so fast at the training, and then maybe you have struggled a bit more into the races, because for me, I know every time I'm like, I have like maybe AJ is the fastest guy on the training. Like he's always super fast. There is you, and a bit for me, a bit the US guy. You know, for me, it's a bit the scale of the guy who ski really fast at the training. And then yeah, for me, I never been that good in training, I will say. And then yeah, you being that fast in the training, and then maybe sometimes doing maybe less result compared to the speed you
Yeah.
can show, you know. Because for me, sometimes I remember like we I think we trained here last year together, and you were destroying me. Like I was like, I don't know, like this time I don't know what to do to beat you guys. Like I was like, I'm gonna, I don't know, jump, or I have to find something different. I don't know where to go. Like we do the same way. I was even sometime asking Elias, the coach of last year, like, is this true? Like I'm that far? You know.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's definitely something that I've always found, you know, frustrating. You know, I see my speed, Laurie's speed, and you know, I wouldn't say we deliver that in races as much as we should, and it's something that I've struggled with, is the being in the right kind of mental state for the race, where in training, you know, you're focused, but you're just doing your thing.
Mm.
And in race, I think I was trying too hard. You
Mm.
know, I was thinking too much. I was like, because I'm someone, when I really try hard to make sure I'm doing everything as well as I can. I prepare really well, and so I think I just ended up doing too much.
Mm.
And that's something I had to really work on. And you know, last year I started to figure it out a bit, and hopefully I can take that into this year, and just basically being a bit freer, and just doing my thing a bit more, and not thinking too much come race day, because it's race day. And yeah, it's definitely, I want to bring that training level into races.
Mm.
It's a work in progress. That's something I've struggled with. Like I was saying earlier in the conversation, my name was in the DNF lists on a lot of races. I struggled like mentally in races a lot from when I was younger. I would say I was always, you know, decent, you know, coming through, but I never had the results in the races, and I struggled with that all the way through up until, you know, the last few years. Really, I've, you know, been making progress with it, but it's, you know, it's similar to what Billy's saying. Like on a training day, you know, the focus is very easy. You know, you got your, like, might come into the day, you got your technique focus, and you know, there's no other inhibitions. You know, and then you come onto race day, it's finding that same
Spirit.
position. Yeah, that same spirit. And I'd say like that for me in Levy, I found that same
Yeah.
position, and I could just ski without any inhibitions. And then Gurgle, maybe me thinking too much as well, and that kind of just slows things down.
And the thing is, like, it's not like, you know, I think from an outside perspective, people think, oh, well, they get nervous, or, you know, all these things. And it's really not that. It's like, I love the racing. You know, for me, that's why I work so hard all these months in the summer through the winter. It's like, I really enjoy when there's a crowd, there's a buzz. Like, you know, you're going up the chairlift in Adelboden, and it's like the crowd's roaring. Like,
If people don't know Billy, Billy loves competition.
Yeah,
Any form of competition, Billy will. Yeah, he'll just want to get involved.
Yeah, and so the race day, I really enjoy it, and that's what I've struggled to figure out. It's like, well, I don't feel nervous. Like, what's going on? Like, why? What am I doing differently? And it turns, like I said, I was doing too much, where you basically then you're not in that like flow state, and things aren't happening as quickly. You see a hairpin that's difficult, and so I'm thinking so much about this difficult section instead of just going through it like I can. And so that's again, it's been you have to remove your ego from the situation, where I'm like, I mean, I'm better than that guy, but then come race day, I'm like, fuck, he's beating me.
Yeah.
And that's hard. It's hard, but it's like, it's again, like Laurie said, it's accepting these things that you need to work on, and that's what I've really enjoyed, is this whole new element to my racing that I can work on, and yeah, try and put it into place on race day.
Because it's like you work on these percentages, but like this, obviously it's different for everyone. Some people are racehorses, like you said yourself. You quite often excel on a race day. Henrik, like I've often heard, he's not the fastest on training day, but he's pretty much always showing up on race day. And so I think some people, myself included, it's something I've really had to work on to bring it there. But yeah, I find it interesting how how it works for different people.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
because sometimes like you can see it when someone's like in the zone or confident in the gate, and I'm like, sometimes like maybe when I was at my lowest point, when I was really struggling, I'm like, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
Like that, like things are on the line here, and you're just, and you're doing your thing still.
Yeah. I think what I struggled with is that I've had to work on more is, like, obviously you have your results, maybe things aren't going so well, but it's obviously the training in between that doesn't define the result in the race. Like, I've had some really, really good training, being really fast, and then you suck in the race. And on the flip side, I've had some terrible training, like, not terrible, but not been the fastest. I'm like, oh, you're kind of doubting yourself, and then you have your best results. And it's like, I think, as you said, like each race is it's a new day, and anything can happen, and you don't need to take in what's been going on the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, no,
But that's
sure.
hard to do.
I don't know. I mean, me, I always work a bit in the different position. I remember like 1 year we had one race in Kranjskagora when it was really foggy, bumpy, and all this stuff. We trained with the US team, and literally I was 2 seconds behind all the guy, and I was trying. It's not like I go easy, because it's training, like.
Well, that's something I wanted to ask you, because the same thing where sometimes we've seen you aren't that close to us in training, and I want to say, like, are you trying as hard, or are
Yeah,
you
I give everything.
Yeah.
Every training, I give everything, and I'm just like sometimes I feel okay. The skis, the things are not going really well, or I can feel okay. Those stands I can maybe get it, but most of the time I tried everything, and when sometimes those guys destroy me, I was like, wow, it's so tough. You come back to the hotel, yeah. Okay, that was a really tough day. I had like or like a lot of tough days at the training, but I always think, okay, it's gonna be such a different day in the next race. Different place, different snow, different setting. Everything is gonna be different. So
And that's the thing that, again, I always say this, people don't always realize, is how much difference that makes. Like, you go onto a different slope, makes pretty big difference, but different snow, different like conditions, that sometimes you have to completely change your setup, and that makes such a difference.
yeah. No. This is really tough. But I think the good thing on my side is like I'm safe slalom ski racer, because I do almost zero DNF. Like, I don't know if you watch my last 30 or 40 runs I did in slalom, maybe I DNF 5 times or 4 times, almost zero DNF. So it's something will help me also to progress. But also I feel sometimes, should I? Maybe I'm not improving enough. Maybe I'm not pushing the my limit. And it's always something I'm wondering. Like, maybe you could be even faster, because you're always down. I always made it down. You can still, like, most of my runs I always finish my run. It's also some question I'm wondering. Maybe I can push a bit more and see where is really my limit. But also, like, when you go out because you did a silly mistake on on before a hairpin because it was really tight. You just went straight
Yeah.
into it, and then for sure you're gonna DNF. If you go too straight also on the roller and stuff like this, for sure you're gonna DNF. So it's just also some stuff like, should I try to be a bit silly, maybe a bit stupid in kind of way,
Yeah.
and to see where is my limit, or should I keep this this
Yes.
safe and a
It's
bit more.
there's a balance.
Yeah.
there.
Well, like
How big are the kahunas?
well,
yeah,
like,
literally.
today, a good example for me in training was, over that roll into the steep.
Yeah.
It's like I would say I struggle finding the balance of like, because when you come into a steep, you need to be very disciplined. Like you need to be in a pretty strong position, and I struggle finding the balance of having that and not like scrubbing off too much speed before it. It's like
You want to carry momentum in,
yeah.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I find myself being a little too hard too early. And so I lose the speed, and then it's really costly because you're basically, if I exaggerate, you're going up a hill to come back down. So the speed that you scrub it's really costly. So like today, I tried a lot of different things with tuning and equipment because there's some stuff I need to try out. But on the third run, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try and push into this hairpin over the roll. And I just went flying.
Famous last
I was
words.
like, okay, too much.
Nice.
But you have to, the thing, you have to push and see where and what you can do.
I should try for sure. It's something is really not natural for me, and
Which is, it's weird hearing you say that, because when I watch you ski, I'm like, wow, that guy's
I'm like,
like,
wow, he's tight on this.
he's getting after it. Like he's loose. He's just sending it.
but inside like I was like, okay, maybe you could always keep the safe a safe part. I don't know, but also like that's what I think I learned for the last few years. When you see Henrik, I think he don't have the best top speed, but he's so good. I think for me in inspection, because he know exactly where he's gonna push, where he's gonna be maybe a bit more slowing down, and he's like so on with his race plan. It's like crazy. Like for me is like really an example. You know exactly. Okay, this is steep. Okay, I'm gonna ski clean. Okay, now we have between a steep and the flat, we have the connection between those two, and then now I'm gonna really send it, and you can really see Henrik.
Yeah.
He's respecting so much everything, and also he have a lot of experience. He did all those races many times, and he have just improving his race plans. They like race after race, year after year. But I think for me is that's also a good example for because for me I don't think he have the top speed. He don't have the top speed compared to you, compared to AJ, those guys. We don't have.
But A to B, he carries through.
Yeah, you don't have any like Eli, my old coach, like to say he's doing everything in one breathe. You know, like when you're like you said, when you are in the flow, when you are really good on the thing, you just do in one breathe. Everything is going easy.
And that's what I find like McGrath is really good. Is he's so smooth at always carrying the speed over in difficult sections, over terrain. He's always so smooth, and like that's what I've struggled with. Is like I'll be really fast, a bit hard, lose my speed, a bit far, and it's a bit start stop. And that's what I've tried to work on this year is bring a bit more connection from top to bottom over difficult terrain, difficult sections, and so hopefully that will pay out.
That's why we tried also with my new coach Gabriel Coulet. I asked him because now we have been 1 year we work together. I asked him, you think we can work on my top speed, because I think I can improve on that side. And we tried, and we did some different course which a bit more ascended and everything. And I feel it's getting on the right way.
Nice. But I mean, again, for you, like your top speed, you're saying that based off training, but in the race you just came second.
Yeah, no, I mean that I think I have a good top speed, but it's I'm not showing enough,
Right.
you know. And I think you need to be good. You need to be consistent and in doing again and again and again. And it's something when maybe I don't know, have the pressure, I have the feeling, okay, it's the race time, and you really have to send it, and then maybe it's something who push me, you know.
Well, can you remember last year before Val d'Isère, we were all training in Valseny, and we did the forerunning of the race.
Yeah,
and
that was good.
And I mean, forerunning is always quite good because it's more race conditions. And we never we normally put a coffee on as a bet, but we put €50 on, didn't we?
We
We're
did.
like
That was good.
exactly for that reason, to try and
It
up.
definitely changed.
Yeah.
It changed things.
Trying
Putting
to-
50 euro on the line.
We've not done it again,
No.
but trying just to up that like pressure to try and replicate more race
Yeah.
condition.
Yeah, no, that's what my I'm working with a mental coach, and yeah, he always telling me I try to always put yourself into pressure. Like,
What do you do for that?
to put myself into pressure? Yeah, betting, you know, stuff like this. Something
Can
to
get expensive.
Yeah, no,
I
it
was-
can get
I was 50
expensive, or
euros lighter
something
that
to
day.
lose, or just sometimes really like to imagine yourself really in the race time, you know, like really trying to get the process. If you were really at the start, sometimes I don't know, like I'm telling myself, okay, now Armand, you are like at the start, you're leading the first run, but the guy just in front of you, I don't know, Clément did a crazy second run. You have to send it like everything you have. If
And,
you want,
and,
if
and,
you
and
if,
you'll do that on a training day
Yeah.
up the mountain.
yeah, and if you and then you have to give everything if you want to win the race, you know. And just sometimes telling you this little story
Yeah.
put you in
Yeah.
this.
That's interesting
Yeah.
because I'll do sort of visualizations off the hill, but I've never done that on the hill. That's interesting.
Yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
I always try and like, when say we're coming up to Gurgle, up to Val d'Isère, I try and do the same thing, but specifically for like I'm in the start gate in Val d'Isère, so this week. So then when I get to start gate in Val d'Isère, everything feels a bit more similar.
Mm.
And yeah, that's something I try and do.
Like even like down to like visualizing where you're putting your poles, because
Mm.
sometimes like in a race, you know, you always have the blocks. We don't train with the blocks.
Yeah,
So sometimes you can get into the start and it can
Yeah.
just,
Feels wrong.
and sometimes they make the start a little uphill.
Yeah.
Well, that today the start.
Yeah, it was annoying today.
I was like, I said to you, whoever did this start pissed me off.
He's fired.
No, but it's
Thibaut,
true.
it's Thibaut.
Right, we know.
Right, Thibaut.
yeah, I'm gonna tell him he's fired.
No, but it's good because it's those little things that do knock your not your concentration, but that's literally it. You're in the start of a World Cup race, and you put your poles over and you're like, oh, this feels weird.
Yeah.
And
Just for me, it's like the whole like hut or start tent, whatever it is. Just if I visualized that like before for like a period of time, you feel comfortable going into that space. And if you feel comfortable in the space, you're more likely to be able to ski at your best, I
Yeah.
think.
and that just shows. I
Not
think-
giving away any secrets here.
I think that just shows like how much of a mental battle all of this is, because it's not just on race day. It's, you know, in training we're trying our hardest to come up with different ideas of, you know, how to improve on our mental game as well, and maybe we have tomorrow off, but maybe on Thursday we can put some coffees on that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. No, I mean, it's
Let's go
so
coffee and a donut.
Okay,
It's just a little bit more than
Yeah,
the coffee,
okay.
but let's not go 50
Sounds good.
euros.
Sounds good. No, for sure. It's everyone have his need to find his special sauce for the race
Yeah.
day. I think one thing will help me also when I was with Raf. I think second this year, yeah. I think I raced a lot. Like I think I have more race day than training day. So I think that period of time also helped me when I was younger. But yeah, after you getting older, and you always have to find a different like sauce, and you always every year I feel needs to change a little bit. So yeah, it's for sure it's skiing. Yeah, always my parents when I do a shit race, they say, "Oh fuck, you choose the worst sport in the world. It's crazy. You do just one little mistake, you're out.
Yeah.
You do 2 gates a bit too safe, you're out. You know, and then you just watch the other guys, and you train so much, you know, all the time, and just like." For these things, you know, when you're a tennis player or sometimes like a motocross rider, you have many laps, you have a lot of time to
Yeah.
save yourself. And us is like,
Yeah, it's a
You're
split
done.
second and you're done.
yeah.
Yes, I mean that's, I guess, the beauty of slalom.
Yeah, because you can be so bad and so high, not qualify to second, you know, and to fourth to not qualify. So it's slalom. It's like it's so crazy. You can become someone in one day, literally.
Yeah, I think that's been really cool. Like hearing, because obviously hear a lot about Laurie. We talk a lot together, but I always find it fascinating. Like we've known each other for 10 plus years, but these are things I didn't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't, because why hiding secret about mental stuff, skiing stuff or equipment? Because at the end, everyone is so different. Because me, even like at the start, I know then if I'm feeling a bit bad at the start, it's a good feeling. If I'm really feeling stressed, it's a good feeling. I don't like to feel too comfortable, too easy. Like especially when I don't know, Validere is coming, and I know it's a place that I'm getting stressed like crazy. Like I don't know, I feel at the start, okay, fuck, this is a challenging slope. It's gonna be a battle, And when I feel this, maybe I'm more focused well, compared to maybe for example in Levi, I felt so comfortable, like so cool. I was like, maybe that's a cool feeling, before a race. At least you enjoy it and everything. And I was also I talked also too about this with Thomas Fanara, and he said he hated racing. Crazy. He said
Really?
like he hated racing. He did like so many World Cup podium. Huh? He said like wow, like every race day was the worst day of my life.
It's like
really?
that's what we're doing this for. That's a
Yeah.
difficult career.
Yeah, and Fanara was like, I really don't like, I
Really?
really don't like race. He got really stressed and always like, did I did enough? If my skis are good enough? I don't know, and all this thought going through his mind before a race, and yeah, I think like I said, everyone have his special things, and and also since I work with this Padmantala, I feel I'm getting better also. But we work more on the side of skiing, not really on the skis
Mhm.
a lot. So
How long have you guys been working together?
about 2 years, something like that, yeah. And we work a lot on it's just about also how you speak to yourself. I think that's really super important. Really also make box during your day. I don't know, like okay, now it's skiing, now it's physical preparation, and not rushing into your day. That's also something
Yeah,
really
and,
important.
and not carrying like the skiing into the afternoon and
But like really like okay, now it's okay, it's ski time, so I'm fully focused on ski time. Okay, now ski's done, it's rest time, so it's fully focused on rest time, and then now it's video time, fully focused on video time. So it's really like trying to every time really split your day and being really fully focused on every aspect of your day, and really bring all the energy into everything. Because if you finish skiing and then you just go to the nap, but you're still thinking about the skis, like it's tough. But after, you have to rethink about the ski because we're gonna do the video after, and then you can just a bit messed up in your head. And so we try to work on that. But it's just about more how I speak to myself. That's really something important. And also I said like you deserve this place. You are the World Cup level. You work so hard, so don't feel shame also to maybe sometimes not feeling at your place. You deserve this place, so go earn it, and then you go race for it. You need to wants to kill all of them. At the end of the day, it's like really this that feeling. But sometimes it don't really sounds to you, like killing everyone. Like it's different. Everyone have a different feeling. So me, it's more like hunting, like this type of stuff. He also
you've got a target on your back. If you see a red dot, you're like
but also like finding your, I don't know, like maybe an animal will represent you, something like this, or because I always think like an animal is just thinking how to survive in this world, and that's it. It's quite simple. You have really a simple instinct, and I think when we're at the start, is a bit the same. We should have one instinct, and is to go down as fast as we can, and we have all the tools to do it. And so when I start to question myself, my hands, my skis, my outside skis, my balance, and all this stuff, I'm fucked. And I don't know if you. I know if you see a tiger running through in the jungle or something like this, you don't think, my feet. Oh, should I do this?
It's like, that leaf clipped my shoulder.
Aye. And then no, I just like go full gas, and I think it's something. We work on that and stuff like this. But
So, what is your animal?
Falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I did the fastest bird in the world,
Nice.
and also technically, we go down. So same.
It's stealthy.
The way he's hunting is just go fully down and hit his target, and then it's a bit that's why
I like that. I wasn't expecting that.
Didn't you
From
have,
me?
did you have it on your helmet last year?
Did you have the
Or-
Falcon?
No, I mean actually when I was younger I had like une crête de coq, how we say in English, tu vois la crête sur le chicken, the rooster,
like a
A
mohawk.
mohawk. Okay.
yeah, the rooster, like the red thing the rooster have on his head. So when I was younger, to recognize us on the slope, my parents put me like a fake one on my helmet,
Okay.
So at the beginning was the rooster was my like animal, and then through the year it moved a little bit, and now yeah, I have that's why I have the wings on my helmet, and then
Okay. I
and
like
then
that.
the falcon on the at the top. So yeah.
Cool. That's
What would yours be, Billy?
oof.
I mean, you have to
That's
think.
hard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need- you need to put time
yeah,
into
yeah.
that.
You need to time because usually people take lions or stuff like this, which I respect also. But I think you need to find something a bit more personal and something really linked to what you feel and yeah. Also sometimes I'm just saying to myself, okay, just
I'm the falcon.
I'm the falcon,
I like it. I like it.
Now all I'm gonna
I
see
think-
at the start is like
the fucking
the
bird.
falcon.
I don't know.
I'm looking behind me like, oh, it's coming for me.
The falcon is coming.
That's funny. So to finish off, obviously, so our podcast is called The Reach, which obviously symbolizes lots of different things. Reaching for the finish line in ski racing, but what we're reaching for every day is, it's not about necessarily the results. It's that always wanting to do a bit more and keep working hard. And so we wanted to ask you, what is your reach?
Every day to get better, like really, like if I year by year, day by day, if I can be I think a better person in general. If I'm a better ski racer, I feel I will be a better person. If I just finding my way, really trying to be a better version of me every day. Sounds a bit like normal, but I think it's a really tough quest because at the end I do things that I don't really like. I don't like to read. I try to read a bit more. I don't like to maybe sometimes
Make your bed.
make my bed, clean my room. But yeah, every day I try different just to get a better person. But yeah, I think is a lot of discipline is something really important. But at the end of the day, it's if you have a passion, you can really
Pursue it.
because I mean I think I'm quite a good example because it was almost done for me, and then had really this, like, we all have, I think, here the fire inside of us. And but I think compared to now, at that time I really had a bit an extra. I think maybe I will never had that much fire inside of me again to be back on skis. But I think the body, the head is such a beautiful tool, and we are a big machine, and I think we can do like crazy stuff, and we just be confident in the process, and then find something you like, and try to be a better version of yourself every day.
Yeah. And I want to say, like, it's been cool. I've always talked about the relationships that I've been lucky to build and experience with ski racing. And, being smaller nations, we spend more time together because we work together and we train together. So it's been really cool to, see you come second in a World Cup. It's really cool. So congrats. That was amazing.
Thank you. Yeah,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I've enjoyed just learning more about your journey as well, your mindset, because I mean we train together a lot, but we're always on a different rotation. Everyone's in their little
Different
bubble.
hotel.
Yeah, everyone's in their bubble doing their own thing. And so we never know what's going on like in your camp. We're always just in ours. So it's cool to, get an insight into that.
Yeah, I think we're also a bit shy, Like, I don't know, I mean, I'm quite okay, to share my stuff and to tell people what I think or stuff like this. But in the ski world in general, it's a cold word anyway, and everyone is a bit like doing the thing on the side and not really sharing everything we can share. And I think that's a bit sad because at the end it's a tough sport. It's really tough, and I think we being to share it what we have. I think on the speed side they share more stuff. I think they are more open, those guys,
That's interesting. I would have thought speed they would have.
I think
kept
as
that
well,
under there.
but probably because speed training is like quite hard to get, so most people train in the same venue and
I
spend
mean,
more time together.
which line you take and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
you can. I think they are way more open than technical guy. We have our stuff or everything, and then it's just okay. We are doing your things, and that's it. And I think that's a bit side on the side of the tech part of skiing. I think we could share. We could be a bit more open because at the end of the day, I don't think I'm talking to a lot of guys, really talking like we are
Yeah.
doing now at the end of the day, like through the season. I don't think I'm talking to, oh yeah, how are you? How is the weather? Where
Yeah, there's a lot of small
all
talk.
all the
Yeah.
time the same, like where are you going to train? Which skis are you using? All the time the same
Spoiler
stuff.
in, spoiler
Yeah,
out.
yeah. 9 meters, eight,
Yeah.
the red, the blue,
That's
the
literally what I was
black.
asking.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's always the same question, and we'd never know each other. And then, like every time people ask me, who you have a best friend or you get well along with some guys on the tour? I said, yeah, everyone is super nice, but I can't say like, okay, I'm going to vacation with those guys, like because we don't like I don't like now. It's cool to be here and to talk with you guy because we start to know a bit more each other, and from a small nation, I think we should be together and trying to beat the big nation.
Yeah, team up.
Yeah, team up, and then it's cool to share a bit our stuff and to help each other because like I said, at the end of the day, when we finish our career, what can I say from this guy or this guy? Yeah, I heard the story, did this or did that, but at the end of the day, I never really talked to him, and I don't know really who is this guy.
Yeah, yeah, and that's again the relationships you build. I think looking back, even on the career I've had so far, that's been the special stuff for me. And obviously, I want the good results and the highs of the sport and everything that comes with that. But it will definitely be the relationships and the people, I think.
Yeah, those are the things that will last in your memory. The results will disappear, but yeah, it's the friends, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you are always so happy to see each other after the summer break. When
Yeah.
we see each other, it's so nice to see you. What did you do in the summer? It's like those moments are super nice for me, and it's more getting low and lower through the season because at the end of it, like we always say to ask the same question, but for me, I don't know, when you see all the guys again, and I know in Sassfe or in New Zealand, all this stuff, and that's really cool moment, and just through the winter, I think is just slowing down the excitation. Let's go training.
Everyone just funnels into their
Yeah,
they're like
Yeah.
blinkers on. They funnel into their little bubble, and then
Even the coaches, they can talk to all the coaches during the summer. Everyone is your friend. Then you arrive to winter, like complete silence,
not
and
interested.
everyone is doing his thing, and that's
coaches
it.
need to go out for a beer.
Yeah. I mean, they go sometimes, but between athletes, it's a bit the
but
same.
that's it. Like our coaches, like I mean, Gabby, everyone works really well together, and that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we need that. We really needed that because I mean, now also we're all on the same equipment, so I think it's something we should really use because I think that's a big point now, especially in slalom and technical discipline. I think equipment is something really really big. Like for example, I had not the best setup this morning in the first run, and I just gained 2 seconds in the second run. So
Yeah,
I think it's something.
Did I tell you a little secret?
Yeah.
But
Go
yeah,
send it underwater.
we're all on head, and yeah, I mean, I'm super happy with things, and I think we're in a pretty good place with the equipment, aren't we?
Yeah, no, I mean
I think we've got a lot of good options,
Yeah.
like with everything, and
everything
a lot
works.
of a lot of scope to. And I think, to be honest, I think we're all using different things.
Yeah.
So which shows there's a lot of good options there.
Yeah. Like I said,
to
really
learn
on the
from each
podium
other.
in Gurgel, 3 different skis.
Yeah.
So it means then, we are between good hands because everything is working.
Lots of secrets
Yeah.
ahead.
If anyone wants to know these secrets, you're gonna have to pay us lots of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, we need to finance our season, so the bill gonna be big. But we're gonna tell everything. If the bill is big enough,
Yeah.
all the secrets, we can give you more stuff if you want.
There's even calendars of Armand if you want.
Yeah, only on my OnlyFans. I'm joking.
I got a cheeky
I
look in the sauna earlier.
Well, yeah, thanks for coming on, and yeah, I think I was just thinking there, a mini Armand Marchant as a kid, I think he'd be pretty proud.
Yeah, I hope I didn't, because that's why also I think actually before Gurgel am I proud of my career right now? And I was like, not that much, I will say, because I was like, okay, you did some good result, you have been close to top 30 or in the top 30 for many years now, and then if you career stop right now, you will be happy. And I was like, not that much, and literally the day after I do a podium. So, and even now, like if my career stop now, I will be for sure a bit more proud, but not fully proud of
There's
it.
But
more to be done.
Yeah.
I don't think that will ever be satisfied.
Yeah, no, I think that's the goal. I
Yeah.
think you never be satisfied. But
Yeah.
at the end, someone like Henrik, I think if he stopped now, he could say like, yeah, he
True.
could, yeah, he could be happy, you know. But I don't know, maybe he's not. But from my side, yeah, I think there is so many things more to do and more to live. You know, there is so many other competition races and yeah, experience to try and to see. But yeah, anyway, I think you like Laurie, I think you are so fast, and I think it's just a matter of time. You literally because if you put 2 runs or the speed you can deliver, like I said, like top speed for me, you are the like I said, the you, Laurie, AJ. I think you are the 3 guys with the best top speed for sure. Now maybe AJ, sadly with all the injury you have, maybe you don't have this top speed anymore. But yeah, for me, if you have to if someone asks me to bet who have the top speed now, yeah, I will for sure. You will be easy in my top 3. Yeah, easy.
Well, nothing left to do but do
Yeah.
it on race day.
Nothing left to do but to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll leave it on that, shall we?
Yeah.
See, well, maybe we'll have you back on. It's been good.
Yeah,
enjoy it,
sure.
yeah.
It's a pleasure. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure to talk about
To reconvene at the end of the
yeah.
season.
yeah,
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 exactly.
yeah. The recap.
Nice.
Okay.
Until next time.
Yeah. See you.